Right now it is time for us to go to YoVille in Gauteng to see how a unique program is turning around disadvantaged schools. Take a look. "12 months ago, the teachers and children of the Yeoville Community School were not singing the same song. Set in the culturally diverse melting pot that is YoVille, Johannesburg, some staff members didn't even know each other's names. It's no wonder the school was experiencing problems. But now, thanks to the help of Symphonia SA, the individual voices of each child, each teacher and parent are blending together harmoniously. We're here to find out how they made this happen." Being a school principal is one of the hardest jobs there is. The average principal faces numerous challenges that most leaders in the corporate world do not have to face, while educating and churning out productive members of society. Martha Mente is a principal at Yeoville Community School, which faces many of the same difficulties as any disadvantaged school in South Africa.
Our school has admitted a melting pot of Africa. We've got learners from Congo, we've got learners from Zaire, South Africa, all over Africa. So the challenges that they are facing, most of them is accommodation. You'll find that one bedroom is being shared by 3 families or 4 families. And secondly, having a child or children living in a flat is quite a challenge because you'll find that there's no place for them to be playing. As a result, when it's after school at this school, it looks like the school is then its beginning because they don't want to go home. We have to chase them out of the schoolyard because this is their only place where they feel safe to be playing.
We know that trouble at home often shows in a learner's achievement at school. In 2009, the Yeoville Community School did poorly in the annual national assessment, receiving less than the minimum 50% pass mark. Seeking help to turn her school around, Martha joined Symphonia for South Africa's School at the Center of Community program. The program is based on the principle that many of our social challenges are directly related to the breakdown of community.
Business leaders are partnered with school principals as part of a leadership development process, and they work together to deal with change at the school and to create readiness for change at that school by mobilizing the community around the schools and to recontract with all the key stakeholders around how they're going to go about leading change at the school. I'm a business leader with lots of experience of leading change, and when I realized just how big the problem is in education, I wanted to find out whether there was anything that business leaders could do to contribute to changing education and help facilitate change and deal with this crisis.
In a 1-year commitment, and through the co-learning and co-sharing of their skills, we look at empowering and impacting the leadership skills of the principal to impact how the school performs across all areas. What we are looking for in a principal for this program is somebody who still has a passion for education, who wants to impact their school and has a vision for how their children will thrive in the future. In terms of enrolling the business leaders, again, it's about networking, but we're looking for people that are looking in terms of their own leadership development, but also with a passion for our country and want to give back through sharing their skills.
Each partnership is funded by the Business Leaders Corporate. The course involves 5 days of experiential leadership development training, which covers leadership, relationship building, communication skills, and problem solving. There are also monthly personal coaching sessions by the business leader and participation in a community of practice meeting every 6 weeks. Through this intensive program, Yeoville Community School found unique solutions to some of their problems, such as late coming and the low literacy rate.
It's absolutely thrilling. I have to tell you, it's the most incredible work that I've ever done. We're taking grade 2 children out of the classrooms. We're using their reading time in terms of the curriculum. And the volunteers work with the children on a 1-to-1 basis or 2-to-1. And we've got a very structured program. Some of the volunteers come from Rodine School, which is nearby, and they funded a lot of the project. Some of them are friends of ours who we've gathered, and most of them are just concerned citizens who want to make a difference in education and in literacy.
I'm really lucky and blessed to have a partner like Jenny, really, who take learners seriously, who wants to see them succeeding in any way.
Martha and I are an example of people who are very, very, very different in terms of how we approach things, in terms of our background, in terms of where we come from, how we've been socialized, all of that. So we're quite a good example of what it means to be very, very different and to work together. I've been in business over 20 years now, and over the course of 2 decades, I have been exposed to the most incredible range of opportunities in terms of training, exposure, workshops, what you name it. A school principal is lucky if they go on 1 or 2 courses over 2 decades. And they have leadership skills that are very, very different to what you find in a corporate. So the intention of the program is to marry these 2 people together in a partnership where they learn from each other. It wasn't this old colonial, oh shame, let's come and give you money, oh poor you, at all. It was very much a partnership and an equal partnership.
Some teachers, they changed their attitude in terms of communication and respect, and also the love of doing the job. We were told that if you're at work, you have to put all your mind at work, leaving other aspects or the other problems at home. That will enable us to produce good results.
Martha deals with more in an hour than I deal with in a week in terms of challenges. It's been very humbling to realize that my way is not the only way, and I've learned a lot from Martha.
Everything works better when people are working together. It's then that great ideas can come to life and solve some difficult problems. Stay tuned as we take a look at how a simple but clever idea is solving the problem of children arriving late at school. Bagwethu sibuyile futhi. Yeoville Community School is no ordinary school. Its learners come from many African countries. Also, many children here live with their grandmothers or their older teenage brother or sister looking after them. It is no surprise then that children would often arrive at school late. Now, here's how a simple idea of having a breakfast feeding scheme in the mornings has not only solved the problem of late arrivals, but it is helping the children learn better at school.
We realized that there were little ones who were late at school, grade 1, 2, 3. And when questioning them, where do you come from? This time, school starts 7:30. And their answer was, it will be like transport. It will be like my mom didn't wake me up, but it's no more the case of I went to buy something to eat in the morning. It's then that the breakfast was thought about.
Raba lebella ka re le batswadi gore ngwana o sa khoreng ko mofing ngwana o sa khoreng ko mofing le re sa tsebo go ba bona ka mabitso mara re lebeletse ba tla ba tlisitse outsu ba tlisitse outsu gore bana ba je le ya mabele bana re ba apeele le mmele ke ba tlishe yona e tsamaga botsene ba irata outsu.
The program has changed for educators because now they don't have hungry learners. They've got learners that they can relate to and teach them, and the learners' understanding. A number of the latecomers has really dropped.
We hope you've been inspired by this simple but great story of how Yeoville Community School and its partners is bringing healing to its community. We trust it also got you thinking about what you can do to help make South Africa a better place for all of us.